Hello coaches, today I'm here with Shanna Covey, author of A Call to the Heart, Shifting Out of Ego into Spirit. And Shanna is going to grace us with her presence and a wonderful talk that we're very much looking forward to having on Monday the 12th in our SAPCA event from 11:30 to 2 p.m. So today we're going to be sharing some tidbits of her talk. So first of all, thank you Shanna again for participating in our event, and it's a pleasure to be with you today.
Hi, I'm excited to be here. Thanks for bringing me on for the May luncheon. I'm looking forward to meeting everyone.
No, we're excited. And what we want to do is always give our coaches the best tools available. And we know that in coaching relationships, there's sometimes some frustration as coaches are having these sessions, and somebody's ego flares up, and then they become very dominant. And could you tell us a little bit about how would you handle a situation like that?
Yeah, well, first I think it's really important to understand, to have a much broader definition of what ego is. For many of us, we think that it is typically that person with that dominant personality who we say, oh, that person has a big ego. But really, an ego can be just the same for someone who is shy. What it really comes down to is when you're coming from some sort of place of fear or some sort of place of incompleteness. So that shy person really doesn't want to put themselves out there because they're fearing what people will think of them. They're fearing being criticized. Whereas a person who's coming out much more dominant is probably still trying to protect something from being taken away from them, but they're taking a different approach to do it. So really it's just about getting clear on what this definition is, and when we start to understand it, we get to take responsibility for our own ego. And my whole work is always going to be focused on the coach and understanding what their ego is, and when it gets drawn out, when the other person, the person that they're working with, has what we typically call a big ego. So just knowing when our own gets drawn out and knowing what is happening there, what are those dynamics, then we become conscious of what's going on, and we see that we have a choice to not be run by it. And so my talk is really going to be focused on drawing a huge outline on what ego is in this broader sense of the term, and drilling down on what the motivations behind it are. Why are we acting out of this place of fear? What is it? And is there another way? And there is, because that's the whole body of my work, is to show that there is another way to look at this.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now that's a powerful insight. No matter what the other person is doing, what you're saying is that we always have the power to choose, right?
Most definitely.
Our reaction.
Yes, and I really like to distinguish between reaction and response. I think a reaction is when we're being blindly run by ego, and a response is when we bring that conscious choice to the table. And we can and the best thing is being able to see when someone else's ego is at play, and having that awareness. We know that when ours has that potential to be at play, and just in recognizing that potential, we can use our conscious choice not to be run by it.
Beautiful. Thank you, Shanna. And that's our first message as we build up to our event on May 12th. And see you next week. Thank you.